From 2009 to 2015, under the leadership of CEO Martin Winterkorn, in the interest of increasing their sales in the lucrative American market, as well as overtaking Toyota as the leader in worldwide auto sales, Volkswagen put out a line of vehicles called the TDI Clean Diesels, TDI standing for Turbo Diesel Injection. These cars were special in their capability, or supposed capability, to have high mileage afforded by the diesel engine, while also having very clean emissions despite being a diesel car. The marketing campaign for these cars heavily relied on that. VW put a lot of money into that marketing campaign. This was part of how they were going to grab the market and become the largest auto sales company. These cars were very popular. It succeeded in their original goal, and they also ended up receiving many awards from emissions regulatory boards for how clean these diesel engines were. Until 2015, the ICCT, which is the International Council on Clean Transportation, they commissioned a lab at West Virginia University to test if all these small personal vehicle diesel engines were really performing to the emission standards that they said they were. So the lab started with VW with these TDI engines, and they found that while in laboratory settings they were performing exactly how they were reported to, once taken on the road, they were found to be putting out 40 times the NOx that federal regulations allowed for. So they brought these findings to the California Air Resources Board, who then brought it up to VW. And over the course of 2015, they had 10 meetings with VW where VW is reported to have been very defensive and dismissive of their findings. They took issue with their methodology and how they were doing the tests and continually denied the findings until September of 2015, they finally accepted it and admitted that they had designed a cheating software that was installed on the engine's control computer that would detect whether or not the car was in a testing scenario, and based on that would either turn on the emissions control when it was in a lab or turn it off when it was on the road. And this was because the engineers found that the engines could not both be fuel efficient and clean in emissions at the same time. It had to do one or the other, which is why they installed the software to turn the emissions control on or off. Now, ethically, this is a result of a couple factors. This marketing campaign, this drive to become the number one auto company, this was from the CEO, Martin Winterkorn. These were his ambitions, and everything sort of followed top down from him. So management followed his drive, and this is because management was following him, the engineers had to answer to them. So right before these vehicles were first put out, the engineers had reported to management that they could not both meet emission standards and be fuel efficient, and management told them to find a workaround, which is how this illegal software came about. And so this culture in VW definitely valued both the profits and also appeasing the CEO over anything else, over environmental or human values. So this eventually led to the CEO stepping down. VW had to recall 44 million vehicles, and it cost them about $30 billion after the whole scandal was over. So had I been there, I would probably have, if I were one of the engineers, let's say for VW, I would have blown the whistle far before this had ever gone out, considering management wasn't responding. And if I was in management, I would sort of change my strategy and try to get people to not be so responsive only to the CEO and say maybe we need to vote him off the board or something, because clearly his ideas are not in the right spot.